Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Let me introduce myself. I am Rohutun Nazila with student number 2303046051. In here, I will explain about simple present tense. Learning about simple present tense. Okay, without any further ado, let's begin. First one is definition of simple present tense. What is simple present tense? Simple present tense is crucial for describing daily activities, general truths, and fiction arrangements in English. By the end of this session, you will have a clear understanding of its uses, forms, and how to apply it effectively in your writing and speaking. The next one is understanding the simple present tense. Okay, the first one is habits and daily activities. Used for action that happen regularly or repeatedly. For example, I get up at 6 o'clock every morning. Jika kegiatan ini dilakukan repeatedly, secara berulang-ulang atau rutinitas, jadi kita bisa menggunakan simple present tense. The second one is general truths, describing facts that are always true, such as the earth goes around the sun. Bumi itu selalu mengelilingi matahari, dan itu adalah fakta yang tidak bisa dibantah. Always true. Next, the third is fixed arrangement. Refers to scheduled events or timetables. For example, the cafe opens at 7:30 in the morning. Jadi cafe itu buka jam 7:30 pagi. Jadi dia ada timetablesnya. Okay, next yaitu formulas for simple present tense. Apa sih rumus-rumus dari simple present tense itu? For positive sentences, rumusnya subject plus verb 1 at s or es plus object, and then subject plus to be is are plus adjective adverb noun. For example, I am a student. I as a subject, am to be, a student plus noun. Another example is she writes a poem. She as a subject, writes verb. Jadi di sini ada ketentuan penggunaan s atau es. Di sini, if the subject is he, she, it, we add s or es at the end of the sentences of the words. But if the subject is I, you, we, they, kita tetap menggunakan past verb. Jadi tanpa penambahan s atau es di akhir katanya. Remember to add es for verbs ending in ch, sh, ss, x, or o. Jadi jika verbnya itu diakhiri dengan huruf-huruf tersebut, maka kita menambahkan es instead of s. Kalau selain itu, we add s in the end of the verbs. For example, teach. Akhir hurufnya yaitu ch, so we add es from teach menjadi teaches. If a verb ends in a consonant plus y, change y to yes. Jadi kalau misalkan dia verbnya itu diakhiri dengan huruf y, change y to yes. Y-nya diubah dulu menjadi yes. So, for example, study menjadi studies. Subject plus do or does plus not plus verb 1 plus object. atau subject plus to be is are not plus adjective adverb noun. For example, I'm not a student. I as a subject, am to be plus not karena ini negative sentences, plus student noun. Another example is she doesn't write a poem. She as a subject doesn't. Ada kriteria penggunaan do or dash. For negative sentences, if the subject is I, you, we, they, we can use do plus not karena ini negative sentences. Jadi don't. Subject I, you, we, they use don't, and subject he, she, it use does not or doesn't. She doesn't write a poem. She pakainya does. Okay, you get it? I, you, we, they do. He, she, it does. Dan interrogative sentences, rumusnya do or dash plus subject plus verb 1 plus object. To be plus subject plus adjective adverb noun. For example, am I a student? Am sebagai to be, I subject, a student noun. Atau does she write a poem? Karena di sini subjeknya she, we use does. Next, yaitu practice exercises. Jadi untuk penugasannya yang pertama yaitu fill in the blank. The teacher distributes worksheet containing fill in the blank and rewrite the sentences in negative and interrogative forms. Jadi nanti ada worksheet untuk siswa berisi fill in the blank. Terus tugas yang kedua yaitu rewrite sentences. Transform sentences into negative and interrogative forms. Itu disitu disediakan sentences in a positive sentences, ada positive sentences, terus siswa diminta untuk mengubah into negative and interrogative. Kemudian untuk penugasan production atau writing task, siswa diminta untuk write a short paragraph 5 until 7 sentences about their daily routine using simple present tense. After finishing, some students were asked to read their result in front of the class. And the last one is closing and review. At the end of the lesson, the teacher summarized the material learned by emphasizing the important points. What is the important points? About when and how to use simple present tense. Kemudian untuk check comprehension student, nanti akan disediakan quiz game. Jadi the teacher provide quiz game lewat aplikasi Quizizz. Ini linknya. Nanti siswa mengerjakan quiz game untuk mengecek pemahaman. I think that's all from me. Thanks for your nice attention. I hope my explanation can help you guys to understanding about simple present tense easily. And I'm sorry if there are many mistakes. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.